Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of February 18th. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. Today on the show, section finals in girls hockey, wrestling, and gymnastics. And we meet one of the state's most gifted scorers in hockey in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And we'll get started with state Nordic skiing. It turned out to be a very productive trip to the Iron Range for local skiers. To Giants Ridge we go. Last year's runner-up Elena Sonesson of Wayzata starting fourth in the girls' pursuit based on her first race performance. The girls' winner, Anna Kubek, a senior from Duluth East. Her total time is 33:58.9. She wins by 22 seconds. East and Wayzata battling for the team title as well. Sonesson is the top local finisher. She places sixth for the Trojans, and they need all of those points on that team scoreboard. It is a big day for local girls. Sarah Benton of Hopkins isn't far behind Sonesson in eighth. Sophomore Anna French of Wayzata finishes 11th. Her time is 35:40.8. Hannah Rudd of Armstrong places 14th, while Sienna Ellington of Hopkins and Sarah Bezdicek of Osseo also make the top 20. On to the boys. Jacob Ellington of Hopkins starts with a 5-second lead. He exchanges the lead a few times with Eden Prairie's Thomas By in the course. Ellington's in front at the end. He wins the pursuit title. And then on the left, John Delaney of Armstrong, the next local in 21st place. And here's what some place winners had to say.
Well, of course, I always try to go out and do as well as I can. And in that skate race, I think I did about as well as I could have. And that set me up well.
We knew anything could happen, especially after last year, but we were super excited, and we all just knew that we had to ski well and ski for the team, and I think we were able to do that.
The first race, it was tough. There's a lot of good competition. I think I ended up getting around 12th, and then second race, got passed by a couple girls, but it was really good. Hard course, though.
I was in a good position for the classic race, and with the classic race, everyone was going out so close together, so it was nice to stick with the pack and go all the way, go hard all the way. So I'm really happy with my finish.
And here's a look at the final team results. Wayzata edges Duluth East by 3 points for the girls' team title. Roseville is third. The other local entrant, Hopkins, places sixth. Eden Prairie takes the boys' title. Ely is a distant second ahead of Forest Lake. The Hopkins boys also take sixth place.
Spots in the team portion of the state wrestling tournament were on the line. At Armstrong High School, Wayzata meets Wilmer for the Section 6-3A title. 120 pounds, Zach Luters appears to get some takedown for Wilmer, but it's Jacob Stuft getting on top for 2 points. And Stuft wins 6-1. At 126, Nick O'Brien dominates for Wayzata, winning a 17-6 decision. At 138, another big win for the Trojans as Weston Drogemuller gets a 19-4 technical fall. The match gets tight though. Wilmer's Colton Carlson gets a pin at 152. The Trojans lead by 2 points going into the last two matches. And at 220, Elijah Hollins gets a big win for Wayzata with an 8-0 decision. So Wilmer needs a pin in the final match to win, and they get it. Cass Herzog pins Drew Greeley to make it 31-31. Wilmer wins on criteria, and they take the section title.
4 local teams were involved in the Section 5 3A team tournament. Centennial High School the site. This is semifinal action between Osseo and Mounds View. A big win for Osseo at 113 as Adam Lanners trails by 1 until he gets a reversal at the third period buzzer to stun Carl Keeler 8-7. Those points prove to be crucial. Farhan Abdissa follows that by getting a pin over Mounds View's Sam McGinnity in the 120-pound match. And third seed Osseo takes a 9-6 lead over number 2 seed Mounds View. It goes well early for Osseo. Tony Gamach locks on the cradle and pins Jack Graham in the 145-pound match as Osseo builds a 30-9 lead and then holds on for a 33-32 win over Mounds View. In the other semifinal, Bill Marish and defending section champ Champlin Park facing top seed Centennial. After trailing big, the Rebels rally. Corey Berry with a reversal on the way to an 8-4 win at 160. Joe Sando follows with a quick pin in the 170-pound match, and Champlin Park has the momentum. They tie it at 24-all, and the Cougars are feeling the heat. Laquan Wallace almost loses control of Andy Filardo here, but readjusts and gets the pin for the Rebels in the 182-pound match, and they surge into the lead 30-24. But Centennial takes over from there. A close match at 195 until Justice Davis scores a pin late for Centennial. They add 2 more pins to beat Champlain Park 42-30. So that puts Osseo and Centennial into the section final, and it's a fast start for the Cougars. Jack Berglund gets the cradle on Mitchell Lewison and pins him in the 106-pound match. After another pin at 113, Centennial makes it 3 for 3 as Matt Mulberry falls behind Abdisa, but turns the tables to pin him. And Centennial out to an 18-0 lead, and unlike Champlain Park, Osseo never fully recovers from that. The Orioles do keep it interesting. Carson Brolsma gets the near fall points in the final seconds to make his 138-pound win at Tech Fall, pulling the Orioles within 24-8. And Badhasa Wako comes through for Osseo. He misses initially on the shot in overtime, but stays with it and gets the takedown for an 11-9 win over Alex Zawicki at 170. Osseo trails at 27-14. But Centennial ends the suspense with pins at 195 and 220 as Osseo's bid falls short in a 39-23 loss to Centennial.
Now to gymnastics, where the Wayzata Trojans hope to advance to state for the second time in 3 years. Hopkins High School the site again for the 7-team Section 6AA meet. This is Wayzata junior Hannah Roth. She scores a 9.05 on the bars and finishes 4th. Good enough for a spot at state. On the balance beam, Ariana Brace lands the top score for Hopkins. It's an 8.775, placing her 8th overall in the event. A great routine for Wayzata's Maddie Ahrens on the beam. She is solid and scores a 9.45. That's good for second place. She qualifies for state. To the floor exercise, and Wayzata's Clara Lorbecki. She scores a 9.4, ties for second, and earns a spot at the state meet. The winner in the floor exercise is the Trojans' Hannah Roth. Her routine scores a 9.45. She finishes second in the all-around to Minnetonka's Destiny Cobbs. As we check the team scores, Wayzata wins the section. They edge Eden Prairie by half a point. Minnetonka finishes 3rd with Hopkins 5th. The state meet is this weekend at the U of M Sports Pavilion.
In Section 5AA, spots at state were tough to come by for local teams. Park Center, the site for the meet, and this is the Pirates' Alexis Williams on the floor exercise. Williams scores an 8.0 for the Pirates. Maple Grove's Rachel Bailey leads her team on the vault with this 8.8 effort. She places 11th on the vault and in the all-around. Amanda Gullard of Osseo scores an 8.475 for her beam routine to place 10th. Gullard is 12th in the all-around competition for the Orioles. And here's the lone local state qualifier in this section. Taylor Gakeen of Champlain Park scores a 9.4 to tie for 3rd place, and she earns a spot at state. Her teammate Lexi Marquardt just misses out on the beam. Marquardt scores a 9.325 to place 5th. Only the top 4, though, advance. And as expected, number 1 Roseville is the dominant team and grabs most of the individual spots. Roseville records a score of 150.95. Moundsview is a distant second with Champlain Park 3rd, Maple Grove 4th, Park Center 5th, and Osseo is 7th. So good luck to all of the local entrants. It's not that easy to get into that state field, John.
Some great talent on hand for that meet where Roseville really dominant. Next up here on Sports Jam, girls hockey section finals and more. Stay with us. Welcome back to Sports Jam, and time to talk basketball and a big rivalry night.
That's right, good crowd on hand as Osseo and Maple Grove went head-to-head in a girls-boys doubleheader. In the boys game, Maple Grove looking to pull off an upset on the Orioles court. Osseo goes inside early as Rakeem Felder dumps it to Ian Tyson for the jump hook and an early 5-2 Osseo lead. In transition, Wheeler Baker will score on an acrobatic layup, and it's 13-5 Osseo. Baker scores 9 of his 11 points in the first half. Maple Grove settles in, though. Bryson Oida hits the jumper plus a foul. His free throw brings the Crimson within 17-15. Osseo surges again. Bridge Tussler, a hesitation dribble, and then he goes in for the layup. It's a 35-24 lead. He scores 16. But the Crimson close the first half strong, and Oida's driving hoop brings them back within 6 at 37-31, 18 for him in the game. That momentum carries into the second half. Jake Winicky steals the pass and drives for a tough layup. Maple Grove is in front for the first time, 43-41. Eric Olson bobbles the pass here, but recovers to score as the Crimson hold a slim lead for a while. But Tyson really heats up for Osseo. He scores on a reverse layup here, and they go up by 3. Tyson has a 29-point game, and Osseo wins it 74-69.
In the girls' game between those schools, Angie Davison drives, scores, and is fouled. She leads Maple Grove with 17 points. Janae Morton hits a 3 for the Orioles as they lead by 9, 20-11. Then it's Morton with an assist, setting up Phyllis Webb for the jumper, and she gets 2 of her 18 first-half points. Final seconds of the first half, Webb gets the putback off of Morton's miss, and then watches Morton steals the inbounds pass and hits the fadeaway jumper at the buzzer. That puts Osseo up by 16 at the half. They go on to beat Maple Grove 62-52. We'll hear from the Orioles coming up later in the show.
Well, it's become an annual occurrence. For the 6th straight season, Breck and Blake faced off for the Section 5A girls hockey title. The Bears' Danny Cameronese and the Mustangs' Kate Schipper, both finalists for Miss Hockey. Blake takes a quick lead, but Schipper answers with a slap shot top corner, and we're tied after 1. The Bears get 2 in the second. Cameronese finds Carly Lund. She walks into the middle and picks the top shelf. Blake leads it 3-2 after 2. The third period is wild. 22 seconds in, a loose puck in front, and Cameronese puts it away. But Breck gets 2 goals in a row from Leah Schwartzman. She picks up the loose puck and will score top corner, tying the game up at 4 apiece. And the Mustangs grab the lead when freshman Amanda Navratil will tuck in a rebound, and it's 5-4 Breck. Blake doesn't fold, though. They tie it up, and with under 3 minutes left, there's traffic in front. Cameronese's point shot gets through. That's the game winner. And after a 3-year hiatus, Blake is headed back to the state tournament.
Benilde-St. Margaret's in Minnetonka met twice during the regular season in girls hockey, with each team winning once. The rubber game between the state's top 2 teams in Class AA came in the Section 6 AA final Friday night. Red Knights on the power play. Liv Halverson with the shot. The big rebound comes right to Caitlin Riley. Her backhander gives Benilde a 2-0 lead early in the third period. Same score with just under 7 minutes to play. Tonka's Sydney Moore with a shot that's tipped in by Hannah Bionik. It's a power play goal, and the Skippers are on the board. Just over a minute later, Sydney Baldwin shoots from the top of the circle. Number 9, Amy Peterson, slides the rebound past goalie Abby Miller. And just like that, it's tied at 2. Benilde takes a penalty with just over 3 minutes left, and the Skippers capitalize. Laurel Bowman is on the doorstep and roofs the rebound in. 3 goals for the Skippers in just over 4 minutes. Sends Minnetonka to state for the 3rd straight season. Heartbreaking loss for the Red Knights, 3-2 Tonka, the final.
It's playoff time in boys hockey as section play gets started this week. Blaine is the number 1 seed in Section 5AA with Centennial 2nd. Defending champ Maple Grove is 3rd, followed by Champlain Park. Osseo is number 8. The quarterfinals are Saturday with Osseo facing Blaine and Champlain Park taking on Anoka in the afternoon at Coon Rapids. At night at Champlain, it's Coon Rapids Centennial and Irondale Maple Grove. Benilde is the number 1 seed in the tough 6AA tournament, followed by Minnetonka, Wayzata, and Eden Prairie. Hopkins is 6th, Armstrong 8th, and Cooper 9th. Armstrong and Cooper meet in a play-in game Tuesday. The winner meets Benilde in the quarterfinals Thursday. Hopkins plays Wayzata Thursday, and it's right into the semifinals Saturday in this section. Breck is the top seed in Section 2A, followed by Mound, Delano, and Orono. Providence is the 5th seed. The Lions meet Orono Thursday, while Breck plays its quarterfinal Friday at Parade. A local adapted floor hockey player hit a milestone last week. Maple Grove facing Robbinsdale, and Crimson senior Augie Wadrick gets the first goal of the game, and it is his 100th career goal. Congratulations to Augie. More highlights here. Kevin Hofer scoring this one for Maple Grove on a great shot. And Alex Kreidler's shot will find its way through traffic and into the net for Maple Grove as they continue scoring. Then it's Kreidler again on a setup from Jason Robbins, and it's 5-0 Crimson. A loose puck in front. Wadrick will tuck it in for his 2nd goal of the game as the Crimson go on to rout the Robins 14-3. And nice to not just get the milestone, but to get a win in the game as well, and they're playing pretty well this year.
3rd player in Crimson history to score 100 career goals in both soccer and floor hockey. So congratulations to Augie. Still to come here on Sports Jam, meet a hockey standout from Plymouth who is ready to add to his playoff legacy.
The State Boys Hockey Tournament is Minnesota's premier high school sporting event. The countdown to state starts this week. On this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, we meet a Benilde-St. Margaret star who is hoping to add to his tournament legacy.
Now Besse coming back, short-handed. He's already got 3. Scores!
So what can he do for an encore this playoff season? Benilde-St. Margaret standout Grant Besse of Plymouth had one of the highlight nights in state high school hockey tournament history, pumping in all 5 Red Knights goals in their state championship win last March.
As much as I wish I could say I remembered every piece of it, it is kind of a blur because it happened so long ago. You watch it, the video, and you kind of see things that you don't even remember and kind of laugh about it. But yeah, I mean, it took a while to digest that game and realize what I had just done and what our team had just accomplished, especially with what happened last year with Jack and his situation.
There's no doubt Benilde's magical title run will also be remembered for the paralyzing injury and road to recovery for Jack Jablonski.
After Jack's injury, not only would he start taking hockey more seriously, but you kind of start to take life more seriously, and you realize the things that you might take for granted each day, and it was just a huge learning experience.
The trend is for many top-flight high school players to leave for junior hockey or other opportunities before their senior season. And for Besse, it could have meant leaving on a high note after last season.
There was quite a bit of outside pressure, especially, just from other people who, thought they knew what was best for me. And, the junior team that drafted me, they wanted me to come next year. But, I really left it up to, what Wisconsin wanted me to do. And, I talked to Coach Eves about it, and he said I could do whatever I felt, whatever I wanted. And, I talked with my family about it and with Coach Pauly. And, we came to the decision that it'd be best that if I stayed in high school and finished out my senior year at Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Coming back, for your senior year, for the vast majority of high school kids, it is what's best for them. And so I certainly was excited for us, but I was excited for the opportunity that Grant had too to kind of further cement his place in really Minnesota hockey history.
And Besse says he is getting challenged enough to make high school hockey a good choice.
Absolutely, especially with our independent schedule. I mean, last year was, we had some games where, there wasn't a challenge. We won, 16-0, 21-0. So, but yeah, this year definitely with our independent schedule, we're playing a lot of top-tier teams, and I really think that the competition is out there if you want to get better.
Grant grew up playing in the Wayzata Youth Hockey Association and now faces old friends and teammates at the high school level. BSM split 2 games with Wayzata this season and could meet again in Section 6AA.
My freshman year, the first time I've ever played Wayzata, it was a little weird. You've been so used to, putting on the Trojan head and all that, and now you're, on the opposition. It was a little bit weird, but I've gotten used to it and kind of try and ignore it now and just focus on playing the game.
Grant's quick to point out he's on a line that makes him look good too, with Dan Lebowski and TJ Moore.
It's a huge advantage. I mean, it makes the game so much simpler when you have 2 other guys on the ice who are as good as you are and can do. If you mess up, they'll have your back out there. So not only does it make it easier, it makes it more fun. You're going to get chances night in and night out with playing with those guys. So it's a huge advantage.
You can get Grant the puck and he can bury it, and we got a lot of chemistry because we've been playing together for 3 years now, and Coach Pauly did a great job putting us together, so it's nice to play with a lot of skilled guys.
Besse will play for the University of Wisconsin next season. The original thought was that he might play a year of juniors first, but now the Badgers want him in their lineup next fall.
It's a great school. I mean, close to home, but not, too close. And they're the first school to ever approach me, back in my freshman year. So when I first started talking to them and first took my first, visit down there. And, it's been a process over these past 3 years, visiting different points of the year and seeing games, and finally when they offered me a scholarship, I just couldn't turn it down.
Playoff time is here, and for Grant Besse and the Red Knights, the chance to create more memories.
Experience is huge. I mean, we had a core group of guys returning from last year, so those guys know what it takes to win, and knows what it takes to get out of Section 6AA and how hard it is. So I think that will play a role in this upcoming playoff.
Besse surpassed the 40-goal mark with a hat trick against Totino Grace last week and added 2 goals in Saturday's win over Stillwater. John talks basketball with the Osseo girls when Sports Jam returns.
Sports Jam. The Osseo Orioles scored a big win over Maple Grove on Osceo's home court on Friday night. And now a chance for them to tie for the conference title if they can beat Centennial this coming Friday. John Reeser, head coach of the Orioles, talk about the win over Maple Grove. I know they beat you the first time around. What was the difference in round 2 here?
I think the difference in this game was our defense. We really decided that as a team we were going to play defense tonight, and it showed. That's been a focus all year. We talk about it every day in practice, and we talk about it before every game. And tonight we really stepped up and did a very nice job.
In what areas has this team improved since the beginning of the year?
I think overall, defensively, we're making some strides in improving. We've really been working hard on our transition offense, and we're starting to finally pay some dividends with some easy baskets.
Centennial Friday night, what do you expect from a very good Cougars team?
You know, it's always a war when you go out down to Centennial, you play in their gym. It's always a battle. It's been this way for a number of years. It's where we are where we want to be, and we just need to take care of our end of things.
Good luck Friday.
Hey, thank you very much.
Turning out to Janae Morton and talk about that first half. Was that as good as you guys have played for a half of basketball against a quality team like Maple Grove?
I'd say lately it was. Our other best half was when we played Centennial the first time, and we've really been working on trying to get over that hump so that we can play like that for a full 36 minutes a game, and we did that tonight.
Coach talked about how he is stressed and how the coaches are stressed defense. Have you guys really worked on that hard and trying to improve defensively as a team?
Yes, in practice all we work on is defensive drills, back cuts, and keeping a hand in the face on the shooters, and that's really all we've been working on. We did it. We got it done tonight.
What do you guys think you've improved on the most as a team since the beginning of the year?
I'd say playing as one. We've worked about one team, one voice, and making a statement.
Centennial Friday night, how important is it for you guys to try to win a share of the conference title?
That's a big game, and we're looking forward to it. It's a great way to end the season and go off into sections.
Shanae, good luck. Congratulations on the win over Maple Grove.
Thank you.
Phyllis Webb, you had that huge first half, and talk about the win over Maple Grove. How important is it in a rivalry game like this to pick up a W?
It's really important knowing that, you know, it's me and Janae's and a couple girls senior year. It's really special to know that when you play a rival, you can come in your own house and beat them.
What have you done well as a team these last several games when you've gotten some big wins?
The main thing is just trust. Like, defense comes with it too, but when you have trust on the court, then you play as one team. It looks like one big jersey out there. So trust is just the main thing, because when we have trust, we're unstoppable.
Been you and Centennial and Maple Grove at the top of the conference, but there's a lot of good teams in this conference. How much does this regular season help you, do you think, prepare for section play coming up in a couple of weeks?
It helps a lot, because our section, our division is like really, really hard, but like each team, anybody can beat anybody on any given night, but it's fun to just play out there because you know you're going to have a challenge each game.
Looking forward to Centennial Friday?
Yeah, I love playing with Centennial for some reason. I just like their intensity, they're a good coach, and they're a good team, and I like their coach a lot, so it's going to be a battle.
Good luck on that one.
Thank you.
Osseo Orioles again with a big win over Maple Grove. One conference game left Friday night at Centennial. That'll be a great one to finish out the regular season. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up Sports Jam right after this.
Follow 12 Sports replays and live events on Twitter, Facebook, and live stream. Watch your favorite high school athletes performing live on your computer or mobile device. Link to us on 12.tv.
Our game of the week is the Section 6AA Boys Hockey Quarterfinal as Hopkins meets Wayzata. The game is Thursday night. You can watch it Friday night at 11 and Sunday night at 8:30 on Channel 12 and our website 12.tv. That's all for this week. Get out to some playoff action this week.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Sports Jam.